Well, hello. Happy spring break. This is Julie Salva. We are doing spring break with Stamp and Shine, session two. So, can you guys tell? I told you that I was getting my eyes dilated today. I just took the sunglasses off. Let me see. Can you tell? Yeah, I think you can. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. I anticipate that we are going to have a lot of fun today because I've got two really great projects for you. I think you're going to like them. Again, these are spring break kind of projects, and I would like to tell you that here in Nashville, we have pretty spring break weather, but no, we don't. It is warm, okay? It is warm. We are pushing 80 today, and that's a big deal. But it's dreary and overcast, and I think we're going to get more rain, but not in the Stampin' Studio because it is spring break here. So, a couple things I want to tell you about. First of all, if you like these projects, remember that over the next, one more day after today, I did a 3-day class series beginning yesterday. Let me show you the projects from yesterday. If you didn't get to see them, they're here in this Facebook group. So this is called a seagull card, and it opens up like that, and you can see that, and it's designed to sit. Look, here I am. Hello. It's designed to sit on your desk. So I taught how to make a seagull card. And I mean, seagulls and spring break kind of go hand in hand, don't they? And then I did this fun fold with the specialty vellum that we have. And it kind of opens up like that, kind of a little accordion. And I used the Hues of Happiness paper and the coordinating stamp set. So we did those two projects yesterday. And I don't know why I'm kind of on a roll with fun folds, but yet here I am doing it. So who knows? So we did that. I have 2 more projects today and 2 more projects tomorrow. If you like them, you have the opportunity to place a $35 order on my website, and I will send you to your home the pre-cut kit of all 6 projects, and you can make them at your house. If you place a $50 order, I'm going to throw some gems in there too. If you are a demonstrator, make these your own. You will love them. If you are working with a demonstrator and you like anything, order it from that demonstrator. You don't need to order from me if you're already working with somebody. But if nothing else, I want you to sit back and enjoy some creativity. So I am almost ready. I'm going to pull up my computer over here so that maybe I could follow along with some comments. We'll see if I'm able to do that. I did it yesterday, and it worked okay. I did okay with it. But just because it worked yesterday doesn't mean it'll work today. So some of you texted me and said, why are you getting your eyes looked at? If you remember back like about a year ago, I had cataract surgery. And I had, y'all, I don't even know what it is, but I get shots in my eyes now. So anyway, it's just a thing. Hey, Vicki, how are you? Okay, we'll see you there. All right, so let's go. I'm going to move the camera down. I'm going to get us started, get all my supplies ready to go over here. I think we're good. All right, here we go. I'm going to make sure that you guys can see okay. Let's just move down here. Oh, turn that down. You don't need to hear that. Okay, make sure I think my hands are good here. All right, I'm going to pull up the first project. All right, now this one is, I don't know, I think you're going to like it. I liked it quite a bit. So let me make sure that I think you guys can see. Yeah, you can see pretty well. Okay, I liked this one quite a bit. Now, I'm going to show it to you. It looks simple, and it is simple, but there are a few things to it that kind of give it a pop. And that's what I like. You know, yesterday I kind of lost my mind and did some things that were not quite as simple. But this one I really like. I think it's going to give you a fun, relatively simple card, but yet with a pop. Now, here's the thing I'm going to show you how to do. See the wave there? I'm going to show you how to add the multiple colors there. You may know how to do it, you may not. But I loved just the simplicity of this card. I love these gems on it. Your strength is an inspiration. And then when I open it up on the inside, I have a place to write my note, and I have the pelican, so we're good to go. So let me teach you this technique. You guys are going to love how easy it is. So, night and navy background. I'm going to go on and fold it in half and run my bone folder over it. And then I'm going to set it aside because I don't need it right now. I'm going to take the paper that I'm going to be stamping on. That is this. Now I have cut this down already. This is 4.5 by 3.5. Okay, 4.5 by 3.5. And I'm ready to stamp on it. It's going to be really pretty simple. So I've got my stamp here. Now I have a big acrylic block that would cover this whole thing. But here's the thing, I don't really need to stamp this part. This is the area that I want to stamp. So for me, it's just as easy to do it this way. I've got 3 ink colors that I'm using. I'm using Night of Navy. I am using Balmy Blue. And I am using Coastal Cabana. So all 3 of these colors are going to go into making the wave. And I'm going to start with Night of Navy. Here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to ink up this. You know what? Actually, no, I don't want to use the Night of Navy first. I don't want to do that. Let me get rid of that. See, that's why you come here. That is why you come to stamp with me. Because you know that the mistakes that you guys might make are the same mistakes that I've already made. So I am saving you from it. I just grabbed a baby wipe that I had sitting over there. Okay, I'm not going to do Night of Navy first. I'll set that aside. I'm going to go with the lightest first. Okay, I'm going to go with Balmy Blue. That's the color that's going to go on first, and you're going to see why in just a minute. So, inking it up, Balmy Blue. Doesn't really matter if I get it all completely covered, and you're going to see why. Next, I'm going to take this. Now, do you guys remember these? These things are called sponge daubers. Y'all remember sponge daubers? Oh my gosh, I loved them when they came out. They were like the newest, greatest thing, and I thought they were so cool. So I'm going to go back old school. I'm going to take a sponge dauber. I'm going to get some navy on it, and then I'm just going to kind of go around the edge of this wave here a little bit. And I can just do that all the way through. There's no right or wrong as to where I want it to be, okay? I'm just kind of edging it up around there. So I've got a little bit of navy added to it. Now I want to add some Coastal Cabana. So what I'm going to do is just wipe off my dauber here and kind of do it where you can see it. Because I'm going to go to the next color. As long as you wipe it off, it's okay. And if you want, you can have daubers for every color. Okay, again, Coastal Cabana, same thing. I'm going to put that in there. You can have daubers for every color, but I find for me it's okay as long as I just kind of keep them in the same color family, you know? So, okay, so I've got some Coastal Cabana on there. I think I'm ready to stamp. So let me get rid of this, close these up. Remember the huffing technique, guys? Remember where you would breathe on the stamp to get the ink moist and stuff? It was like the Darth Vader breath, okay? It's not like it's a, that just feels weird doing it. That's okay. And I am going to stamp my wave a little bit off, okay, because I want, oh, that's pretty cute. Okay, pretty cute. See how I have all those different colors in there? It doesn't look like it's just blue or just coastal or just balmy. It's all of the colors in there. So I did that. Now what I'm going to do to kind of finish this card up, because it's so easy to finish up, I'm going to take the sentiment, which is your strength is an inspiration to me, and I'm going to take this die. This stamp set, Waves of Inspiration, okay, it has dies that go with it. And they are in here because, again, my friend Becky came over and got me kind of organized. And you can see if you forgot about it, because this set's been around. But you can see you've got different dies, clouds and sentiments and waves. So it's really a fun set to use. And it totally keeps our spring break theme going. I'm going to take my stamp. Your strength is an inspiration to me. I'm going to say a quick prayer that I stamp it straight for you guys. I think I'm going to get pretty close. I always get arrogant on this, though. Oh, my gosh. You guys, look. Oh, that is so good. That is probably better. Hey, Pam. Hey, Terry. That is probably better than any other one I've done. Okay, so I stamped the sentiment here. And now what I'm going to do, where did I go? Can you guys still see? My screen seemed to go black on the computer. Did it do that in real life? I don't think so. Okay, good. So I've stamped that there. Now I'm going to attach it to the card. The way that I'm going to do that, not really tricky. I'm going to use I'm going to use some of the Pool Party sheer ribbon. Now let me give you a trick on this. I know right now you're like, Julie, you didn't even use any Pool Party at all in your stamping. And that is true. I did not. But what I have found is that this color really kind of adapts to anything that I want it to. So if I use it in this, it's going to adapt, and we're not really going to notice that I didn't necessarily use it in the inks. I like this die cut. I've woven it through. I'm going to wrap it around here and leave that just a little bit longer. So I've got that. Figured out I'm going to grab some dimensionals right here. And I'll use those to adhere this sentiment down. And you know what I think I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to go on and adhere this to the Coastal Cabana mat. I'm going to do that. I think that'll give it a little more support. So put that right there. And y'all look, see how it pops up? See how that color pops when I attach it to the Coastal Cabana mat? And it pulls it through. Now I'll put these dimensionals here on the back, and they do double duty. They pop my sentiment up, but they also hold that ribbon still for me. So I'm going to slide this one up just, well, it'll be fine. Okay. So there we go. Your strength is a inspiration. Maybe if I peeled the backing off, the dimensional would hold better. Okay. Wrap it around, and I'm just gonna, you know, I'll tie a bow. On my first sample, I did a knot, and I think a knot looks fine, but let's see what a bow looks like. I cut the ribbon long enough, so I might as well. Fingernails get in the way sometimes. Do you guys have that happen? I find if I make my loops a little bit bigger, that the bow works better, and then I can just go back and, oh my word, y'all. I can just go back and pull it. Here's the thing. Now you might be thinking, oh, poor Julie. She's probably all nervous and embarrassed that she can't get the bow tied. I am not. I am not in the slightest, because you know what? It's just real life, and it's fine. Okay. Ta-da! There. Ooh, I like the bow. What do you guys think about the bow? I like it. Let me pull those loops a little bit smaller. So this is a relatively quick and easy card. And I like those kind. I like the quick and easy card that just kind of has a little bit of a pop to it. And so the thing that would make this one different, again, is adding on the different colors in the wave. I am going to adhere this to my navy card back. You remember that navy card back that we started off with? Using dimensionals, just to pop it up on that. So this is a dimensional heavy card. I think I'm using 6 of them or so on there. And we'll put it right here. I don't know why that keeps doing that. I really like that. I like how the navy and the cabana look together. So there's the outside. Now, let me real quick grab my pelican. I'm going to stamp him on the inside. Again, this is not the right size block for this pelican, but it's going to get the job done, and that's what I care about. There you go. Right there on the inside. You know, that pelican is so detailed and so intricate. I think that would look good just on like white note cards. I think it would just make a nice white note card, you know, but that's me. Okay, let's adhere him to the inside. And you know what? I'm going to turn my computer off. It's just not working for me, and I'll look at your comments later. So I hope that I'm getting some good ones from some of my friends that are on there. So I'm going to adhere this on the inside, and then this card is done. So I think this is a great card for any kind of situation. If somebody is sick, if they've lost a family member, if they're going through a difficult time, anything like that. You could change, if you don't want to use the bow, you could easily change this to a knot, make it a little more masculine, or use a different ribbon if you wanted to. I'm going to take some of these gems, because you know I love me a gem. And I think I'll put that one up in that corner. And the thing I like about these gems is that you have 2 sizes, so they're not all big. Take a pick tool. Come help a sister out right now, please. There's one. Where'd it go? There we go. User error. And 2. I'll put that one right there. Let's take a pick. I've got some gummy on that. I'm not going to use that one. And there, 2. So there we go. That is card number 1. Again, spring break theme, kind of have the beach and everything like that. So you're going to ink up your wave in the lighter color, and then you're going to put some accents on it with darker. This is the sample that I made ahead of time, and you can see in this one even a little bit deeper of the colors there too. So I really like this card. I hope that you guys liked it as well. Now, the next card, hey y'all, I think I'm doing pretty good for having dilated eyes. I just want to throw that out there to you. Next card I'm going to do for you today is another fun fold. Go figure. So here we come with the fun fold. I'm going to use my foam pad because these are acetate stamps. Not acetate stamps. They're not acetate stamps. They're photopolymer stamps. Okay, I'm going to show you the card. We are doing a super easy version of the stair step card. Here, I'll bring the camera up for a second. Okay, super easy version of the stair step card. Folds up like that, okay? But again, pops out, sits like that, so it can sit right on your desk. And some of these are tricky because you do some cutting and you make this all out of one piece of cardstock. Okay, I'm not doing that. That's kind of hard to me. So I found a tutorial that somebody did with an easy version. That's the version that we're doing. So I'll put the camera back down and you guys can see how we make this card. Now I have gone back to using some of these stamp sets from the annual catalog, and I've done that on purpose. The reason that I did my fingers again, the reason that I've done that is because the annual catalog is going to retire. I think May 1st is the last day that you can order from that. And so I don't know if any of these stamp sets are retiring or not, but I haven't played with them enough. You know, I can promise you right now, I have not played with this stamp set enough. And I think it is gorgeous. So I wanted to pull it out and play with it so you guys can see. All right, let me get my kit box for this. Okay, it's all right here. So let's talk paper. Let's talk dimensions. And I'll put these dimensions in the comments after I post this, okay? So here's one thing to be aware of. Right now, you're not paying attention, are you? You're thinking this is, 8.5 by 5.5. No, it is not. Listen, it is 8, okay? It is 8 by 5.5. 8 by 5.5. You are going to score this. I'm going to go on and score right now. Let me get my scoring tool. You are going to score this at 3, at 6, and then at 7. So 3, 6, and 7. Okay, so there's that. Then, and this is Granny Apple Green, by the way. Now I'm going to take this Granny Apple Green piece. This is cut to 3 inches by 6 inches, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay. And there we go. My scoring is done. So let me show you the fold. All right. Remember yesterday I taught you guys about mountains and valleys. If you did not see yesterday's video and you're like, I don't know about mountains and valleys, Julie, well, you need to go back and watch it so that you can learn. All right. Mountain. Okay. Mountain. Valley. Mountain. Okay. Mountain fold. Again, it looks like a mountain. Valley fold looks like a valley. Mountain fold looks like a mountain. Okay, so there is our folding for this piece, and I'm going to use my bone folder and crisp that up. I don't know if that's a word, crisp that up, but that's what I'm doing. I am going to take this. I love this paper. Again, something that I have not used a lot of is this DSP, and I think it is the Flowers Awash DSP. It has a stamp set that matches it. I didn't have that stamp set, so I used the one that I had, which I really like and should have been using much more than just now, and it's called Art Gallery. So I'm going to take this piece of DSP, and this piece of DSP is cut to 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. I'm going to put that there. And then I have cut, I did this ahead of time for y'all. I'm all about being a giver. I cut another piece 3/4 wide and 5 3/4 in length. And that's going to go right here. Okay. I'll move that up a little bit so you can see. Okay. So we've got our base there of our card, our stair step card. Okay. Now let's go to that second piece. I'm going to put this aside. If you'll remember, I scored this at 4 1/4. So let's get a nice crisp fold. And that's going to be the kind of focal point of the stair step. Now I've already cut a piece of white, basic white cardstock. That's cut down to 2 3/4 by 4. Okay, this is where my sentiment's going to go. So let's do some stamping. Okay, let me tell you, have you seen this set, Go-To Greetings? Y'all, okay, it's a $1 million stamp set. What that means is that one of our $1 million sellers designed it. Unfortunately, oh, it's Sandy Hartka. You know what? I just saw that. The name is on the side. I missed it. I hadn't seen it, and I love it. Look how versatile it is. You've got these gorgeous, elaborate fonts. Thinking of you, happy birthday, just a note. You've got these that are fun, kind of in the middle. They're not as elaborate, but they're fun. And then you have these that are just super whimsical and just quick and easy to use. I'm meeting halfway. I grabbed this happy birthday, okay? Never used this set. And I don't know why that is, because it's super cute. So I'm going to stamp the happy birthday in polished pink. Polished pink, guys, it's going away. Polished pink is one of those colors that is an in color. And is polished pink retiring? Actually, I don't think polished pink is retiring this year. I don't know. Anyway, it will retire sometime. Let's say that. I'm going to stamp happy birthday first. I'm kind of going to work up from the bottom. I want to give you a tip. If you'll look at this, you'll see there's a lot of extra rubber around that sentiment. Back in the day, I've been doing this for 20 years. We used to take scissors and trim that. We'd have to mount the stamp. They weren't pre-cut. So we'd take scissors and trim around that. If you find that you're leaving a shadow when you stamp, just take some scissors and trim that extra rubber off. One way that you can avoid getting that shadow, though, is just by a really light touch. So that's what I'm doing here. There we go. All right. Happy birthday. I love that. I think that is a beautiful font. Now I am going to start building up my flower. So I'm going to go to my stem first. And I'm using, again, Granny Apple Green. I really like that green. I think it's fun. It's cheery. And that's another reason I love this card. Spring break time, we should be having fun and things should be cheery, right? So inking up in Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to put my stem right there. Okay, y'all, look at that. You just take a minute and look at it while I close this Granny Apple Green up, because I love these stamps where the it's like the artist has just done it almost like watercoloring, and it makes me look like I'm really doing something special when in actuality I'm not. Okay, for our flower, we're going to two-step stamp it, and we're going to die cut it out to give it just a little bit of fun and a little bit dimension. So I want to show you how I'm going to do this, because this will save you a hot minute. I want to grab my foam pad. Okay, now let's say that I don't have 3 different shades of pink. Let's say I don't have polished pink and petal pink and blushing bride and the different shades of pink. Let's say this is the only one that I have. Well, there's a way that you can two-step stamp that will work perfectly, and it's called, I did it yesterday actually, it's called stamping off. Now I'm going to get 2 things in one right here. This is my base image, okay? This is the image that I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to ink it up full strength in polished pink. And then I'm going to stamp it one time right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to do it on a scrap, because I'm going to die cut this part out. I'm not going to re-ink it or anything like that. I'll huff on it just to get it nice and moist again. Okay, so I've got that. It's lighter. And I know that part there might bother you. It's going to be fine. Now I'm going to take the second stamp. This is the stamp that's going to add my detail. It's going to be my darker image. And I'm going to ink it up full strength. And I'm going to line it up here. You can use a Stamparatus to do this if you want. But I find with these photopolymer stamps, you can see pretty easily. And it's designed to be whimsical, so you don't really have to worry about it. So that takes that flower, and it gives it some dimension there, and it gives it just a little bit of some shading. So I'm going to cut that out with a die. This stamp set comes with dies that match it. the art gallery set. Here's the die, and I'll get my mini boss, and I will cut that out. You guys remember the tip I told you yesterday about die cutting with this mini boss? If you're having a hard time getting your image to go through, you take your base plate and you take your first cutting pad and you line it up, okay, to where the 2 is kind of under the 1. All right, it's not right on top of it, it's a little bit underneath it. Then you put your image on here that you want to cut out. Cover it up again, and you take this second plate and put it flush with that bottom plate and run it through. And it catches, I mean, the tutorial that I saw said it catches every time. And I will tell you, ever since I've started doing this, it has caught so far for me every time. So, set this down, pull it out. There's my flower. I'll set these over here. I'm gonna bring this back up, grab some dimensionals, and pop this flower up. Y'all, I need to tell you, I mean, I am sad. I am certain that this set, now that I have never used it, and now I'm ready to use it all the time, will retire. I am certain of it, and it's just my luck. So I popped the flower on there. I want to show you something else that these dies do. The dies that come with this set, they've got this die. And it cuts out these words. You've probably seen it. I hadn't. That says, just want, I just love it, to say. And then there's all these sentiments in here. Just want to say, sorry, thank you. You are lovely. Happy birthday. I'm thinking of you. Congratulations. Good luck. I miss you. Best wishes. So, I mean, how versatile is that? You could do so many things with this. So I wanted to make sure that you guys saw that. So, focal point here. Remember this piece? This is where it's going to go. So let me adhere this down. There, okay? So that's what we've got. It is now time for the magic to happen. These two need to go together. You guys, it's super easy. You're going to take the end of this piece and just lie it flush with the end of this piece. Just like that. You can set it in the middle. You could set it over to a side. You could set it over to the other side. The one that I did for the sample, I did in the middle. So I think I'm going to do this one in a different place. Now, if you have seen me stamp a time or two, you know that I tell you when you are doing anything where you're manipulating paper to move, you need a sturdy adhesive. So right now I don't have my Stampin' Seal Plus on me, so I'm going to go to tear and tape. And I'm not going to lie, I really like tear and tape. So I'm going to put it right down here on the edge. That's important, guys, to get it on the edge. And then again here, this one is super important to get it on the edge because you don't have a lot of wiggle room here, okay? I'm going to take my bone folder, the Glenda Travelstead tip. If any of you guys remember Glenda from a while ago, she was an outstanding Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I miss her. Use my Take a Pick tool. Again, guys, you can do so many things with this. It's like going to be the best. How much is it? $10 or $12. It's the best $10 or $12 that you're going to spend, okay? I am going to now adhere this. I think I'm going to put it, I think I'll put it on this side. Keeping those edges even, and just pushing it down, and then just turning the card over and pushing down here. I've already taken off the tear and tape cover there, so you guys, look. Ta-da, there it is, it's done. I can add a few gems if I want to. You guys remember the gems? I used them yesterday. I can take the same set. You see, these come in, these come in different sizes too. Unfortunately, the biggest size, I've used them all. So I guess we're going to go to the medium and then the small. These are the gems here. Come to me. See, I want to put one in the middle, but it's too small. I need the bigger one. That's just like, hi, I'm a small gem. See me here? I don't like how that looks. I'm going to put a couple over here in this corner. And again, I always do odd numbers. And then I think I'll put one more. Come back here. Maybe I won't even put it here. No, I'll put it in the center. What do you guys think? I think it's okay. All right. All right. Remember that piece of paper that I said I'm going to stamp off on? Double duty. This is the inside of my card. This is the place where you're going to be able to write your sentiment. And so I've got that pretty flower stamped on the inside that coordinates with the flower on the outside. And ta-da! So there's your card. An easy, quick stair-step card. I'll pull the camera up so you can see. Oh, Terry, thank you. I'm glad that you like the second one too. And there we go. All right. So it's just like that. Fits in an envelope. When somebody gets it, they'll love it. They can set it on their desk. And you can see, again, just the difference from this one's in the center. This one's in the center. This one's on the edge. So you can see the difference. So the two cards that we made today, and Terry, you are my favorite because you said you like them both, are this spring break card with the wave where we added the different colors, and then this spring break card with the flower. So again, thanks, Lindsay. So again, you guys will get the kit if you choose to order it. If you don't and you have the stuff that you need, that is so fine. But if you do, you'll get a kit with all of this pre-cut for all 6 projects. I've done 4. Thanks, Vicki. 2 more tomorrow. And I have an idea of what I'm going to do with the ones tomorrow. So I've done 4. I've got 2 more. You have through Monday to place this order, and then this kit will come straight to your door. It'll go straight to your door. Now, several of you have asked, Julie, how do I stamp with you? What are some of the other things that you do? So I will let you know what you can always count on. And here's the thing. If you want to know when I have events coming up, a lot of my events are online events where I ship kits to you and you can do them at home. But I do have 1 or 2 in-person events as well in my home outside the Nashville area as well if you wanted to do that, if you're local to me. So the online things, I have a card club every month, and you can join card club by the 10th of the month. You can subscribe for it. You can cancel whenever you want. I will show you, Card Club is mailing out at the end of this month. These were the cards that this month's group is going to do. The Irresistible Blooms. So that's 1. They'll make 8 cards. I have 4 designs. They make 2 of each. I have everything pre-cut when it ships to them. They get about $25 in product as well. They have the option to add on to their Card Club order if they want to. And it's a lot of fun. Written tutorial, whole thing. So far Card Club is going really well. People really enjoy it a lot. The second thing that you can do if you want to stamp with me online is I'm one of the co-founders of a group called Creating for Christ with Rhonda and Julie. I do it with my Creating for Christ partner, Rhonda Wade, and every month we offer a free tutorial. And you can join Creating for Christ and you can get that free tutorial. We also offer that same free tutorial, again, in a class format where all of the paper is cut and sent to you. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. And if you're in person close to Nashville, I always have 1 event or so a month. Like this month I'm doing bingo on Saturday. I've done technique classes. We've done a lot of fun things, retreats. And then I also have an in-person card class where you make the same cards. So I hope you've had fun today. I hope you've liked these cards, and join me tomorrow. My eyes won't be dilated, so I can probably see a little bit better. But join me tomorrow. We will have the last 2 projects in our spring break card series, 3 o'clock Central Time, right here, and I'll see you soon. Oh, join my email list. If you want to get on it, I'll have a link. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.